I'm Memo Kumar. I'm working as an open source developer and Jupyter for past 5 months. Now I'm going to talk about deep linking with Navigator. It is a container which has the technique that does not rely on deferred instantiation, is to bind the values of the properties, and it wants to maintain state onto the values in the URL. If the user is filling the form, he can either bookmark the form for later use or send the URL to someone to take a look at the values. And for the forms, it always implemented as Navigator containers such as tab Navigator and accordion containers. If user wants to bookmark the URL, he have to close the browser and then come back to the application at a later time, if the values of all the properties are maintained in the bookmarked URL. Based on this concept, I am using FlexBuilder here, and I am giving tab Navigator which has the ID tab Navigator, and I am giving panel which has the label as personal data. Within the panel I am giving form and form item which has the label name, and within the form item I am giving text input which has the ID person name, and for the text person name from URL focus out as update URL and enter as update URL. We are going to see the functions, and for that form item, another form item which has the hometown and exactly like text as hometown from URL focus out as update URL. And for the button I am giving click as update title for the event, and for the another panel I am giving label as credit card info. Like that vice versa I am giving for the hometown and personal name as well, exactly like that credit card type also. And here I am giving selected index which has the credit card type from URL, and I am giving data provider which has the string as Visa, MasterCard, American Express which has the labels. And for the form item I am giving label as number to get the credit card number as text input ID, and for the text which has similar to as credit card number from URL update URL. And for the another panel I am giving checkout which has the text area, and for the checkbox ID I am giving as agreebox to selected as agreebox from URL. These are functions we are going to see in the script. And for the text area I am giving ID as text area. Now we are going to see the script, and with the application I am giving creation complete as init and parse URL as event, and I am giving import like events like browser change event managers for iBrowser manager, and I am giving utils as URL util. For the first variable I am giving browser manager 1 as iBrowser manager, and within that another variable I am giving agreebox from URL and personal name from URL, hometown and credit card number. Basically we see in that panels we are getting here only I am giving that in the form items. And for the private function I am giving init as browser manager 1 to get instance of an item, and for the another browser manager 1 I am giving add event listener, and for the change event I am giving URL change which has the parse URL. For the init function I am giving welcome, and for the private function I am giving parse URL to get the event, for the variable object to get the URL util or string to object. For the browser manager they have to get the fragment, and I am giving if function as object1 as panel to get undefined. For the tab navigator which is the ID of tab navigator to get the selected index to get the current content, and for the object to get the panel, and it also validate now function as I am giving. And for the person name from URL to get the object1 as person name, and exactly like hometown, credit card number, credit card type, agreebox from URL to get the objects. And for the public function I am giving update title which has the text area to get the text. This is the ID of text area to get the update title. For the browse manager 1 to get the set title as welcome to get the text as from, and we are going to see in the output later. And for the other function I am giving update URL to exactly like person name from URL to get the text as person name, and like that for hometown, credit card number, credit card type and agreebox as well. And I am giving a try catch method to get the catch error as error1 as error, and for the another variable I am giving object1 as object to get the try function as object1 to get the panel for the tab navigator and selected index. And for the person name I am getting the text for hometown, credit card number, credit card type, and for the catch here I am giving error1 as error, and finally I am giving string1 which is the variable for string, to get the object to string for the object 1, and for the browser 1 to get the set fragment. Now we are going to see the output, where this will be the output where if we click the panel, it will show in the browser manager like that for the checkout as well, and if I tick the here also is displayed, and for the name if I type Kumar and for hometown as Chennai, it will submit as and gives the update title, and it will show in the browser manager like that person name as Kumar, hometown as Chennai. In this sense, we can use the browser manager for the accessing information, and to see the tab navigator we can use this function in very effective manner in the parsing events. Friends, if you have any queries, please contact my blog mkumar.wordpress.com. Otherwise, you can mail to my email id s.mkumar@gmail.com. Thank you.